Hi everyone, welcome back to Speak Easy English. Today we will talk about talking about family, how to describe family members, their jobs, and their ages.
I am glad to be here, Emma. Family is something everyone can talk about, and it helps people connect.
We will keep the sentences short and friendly, and we will use real examples you can use today.
That sounds good. I will share a few stories about my family as we go.
Start simple. Say, my mother is a teacher, or my brother is a doctor. Short and clear.
My mother is a teacher.
My brother is a doctor.
I remember the first time I introduced my family to my coworkers. I said simple lines and they understood me quickly.
The word sibling means your brother or sister. Quick and useful.
Sibling. That was new to me when I learned English, but it made conversations easier.
Now, try a short line about age. Say, he is 35, or she is 22. Speak slowly.
He is 35.
She is 22.
When I say ages, I usually round the number. It sounds more natural in casual talk.
Practice a short sentence about jobs. Say, my father works at a bank, or my sister works from home.
My father works at a bank.
My sister works from home.
My sister started working from home last year, and she likes the schedule. More time for coffee and walks.
A small safety tip. When you talk about family online, avoid sharing full birth dates or exact addresses. Say only the city or country.
I learned to be careful after someone asked too many personal questions, so I now share less.
Now, a tiny practice block. Say it with me. My father is a mechanic.
My father is a mechanic.
Great. Now add a short detail after the job. For example, he fixes cars every day.
He fixes cars every day.
That extra detail makes your sentence feel more real and interesting.
People remember small details like that. I once bonded with a neighbor over the same car model.
Here, a quick reminder. If you like this lesson, please like and subscribe. It helps us make more lessons.
I agree. Please like and subscribe. We read the comments and we try to reply.
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that support. And now back to family phrases.
Okay, tell me more, Emma, about how to say family jobs naturally.
Use simple structures. My aunt works as a nurse, or my uncle is retired. Short and clear.
My aunt works as a nurse.
My uncle is retired.
My uncle retired last year and now he gardens every morning. He looks happier.
The word retired means someone stopped working, usually after many years. Short definition.
Retired. That word helps when people ask why someone has more free time.
Now a practice line for teenagers. Say, my brother is a student.
My brother is a student.
My niece is in high school.
My niece loves science and she builds little robots as a hobby.
Use the phrase in high school or at university to give the exact place of study.
In my case, I said, I study at university, and people asked about my major.
The word major means the main subject you study at university. Short explanation.
Major. Mine was computer science, and that started many conversations about jobs.
Now let us add feelings to family descriptions. Say, I am proud of my sister, or I miss my parents. Short and honest.
I am proud of my sister.
I miss my parents.
I miss my parents when I travel. I call them every week and we laugh about old stories.
Small stories like that make introductions warmer and more human.
True. Hearing about a funny family habit makes me smile and remember my own family.
Now, a short practice line where you combine name, job, and small detail. Say, my cousin Sam is a chef. He cooks Italian food.
My cousin Sam is a chef. He cooks Italian food.
My friend Anna is a teacher. She helps little kids learn to read.
That kind of compound sentence gives listeners more to ask about in a conversation.
Use simple connectors like and or but to add short facts. Do not make the sentence too long.
I once said too much in one sentence and people lost the thread. Short sentences are clearer.
Now, a practice about ages, but safer. Say, he is in his 30s, or she is in her 20s. This is polite and common.
He is in his 30s.
She is in her 20s.
When I say in my 30s, people understand roughly, and it avoids exact numbers if you prefer privacy.
Good point. Many cultures are fine with general age ranges, and it keeps the talk simple.
Also saying in my 20s felt natural when I was new to a city and wanted to meet peers.
Now, a quick tip for pronunciation of family words. Say mother slowly, then father slowly.
Mother.
Father.
That slow practice helps listeners catch each sound, especially in noisy places.
Now, a small exercise for jobs that are less common. Use short clarifications by Emma only when needed. For example, say, my neighbor is a plumber, and I will explain plumber means someone who fixes pipes and toilets.
My neighbor is a plumber.
Plumber means someone who fixes pipes and toilets. That is a useful explanation.
I did not know that word at first, and once I learned it, I noticed many new phrases in conversation.
Now, a practice line that invites a personal story. Say, tell me about your family. That lets the other person talk.
Tell me about your family.
Tell me about your family.
I asked that in a language exchange, and the other person told a long story about a grandfather who collected stamps. We talked for an hour.
Use open questions like that to invite conversation, not just yes or no answers.
I remember being shy, but when someone asked, tell me about your family, I relaxed and shared a memory about my grandmother.
Memories often bring laughter, and laughter connects people.
True. A good laugh in a first chat can make the next meeting easier.
Now, let us cover some practical safety phrases related to family talk. Say, I prefer not to share that online, or I will share my city only. Keep it short.
I prefer not to share that online.
I will share my city only.
Those lines helped me after I joined a public forum and someone asked too much. Setting a boundary felt right.
Boundaries are polite and important. You can be friendly and still protect private information.
I agree. Being polite and clear keeps conversations safe and respectful.
Now, a small practice about family roles. Say, my mother is the caregiver, or my father is the provider. These are neutral words to describe roles.
My mother is the caregiver.
My father is the provider.
I feel some people like these labels, but it is okay to choose different words that fit your family better.
The word caregiver means someone who helps with daily needs. A simple definition.
Caregiver. I used that when I explained how my aunt helped my grandmother for many years.
Now, a quick practice about pets as family. Say, we have a dog named Max, or our cat is 5 years old. Small lines many people relate to.
We have a dog named Max.
Our cat is 5 years old.
I love hearing pet stories. They are like short family tales that warm a conversation.
Use short sentences when you share pet names and ages. They are easy and friendly.
I once met a neighbor and our dogs started playing. That led to coffee and a long chat.
Dogs are great conversation starters. They break the ice quickly.
I should walk my dog more now. It helps meet people.
Now, a practice line for extended family. Say, my grandparents live nearby, or my cousins live abroad.
My grandparents live nearby.
My cousins live abroad.
Saying cousins live abroad often opens cultural questions about food, festivals, and travel.
Use the phrase live abroad to mean someone lives in another country. Short clarification.
Live abroad. That phrase helped me when I explained why my cousins could not come to a holiday.
Now, a short block of practice lines that mix jobs and ages. Keep them short and natural.
My sister is a nurse. She is in her 30s.
My brother is a student. He is in his 20s.
My father is a chef. He works in a restaurant.
My mother is retired. She loves gardening now.
Those quick lines cover many simple real-life introductions.
Now, a tip for answering questions about family at school or work. Use short, polite sentences like, I have one brother and one sister, or I come from a big family. Keep it light.
I have one brother and one sister.
I come from a big family.
Saying, I come from a big family made a coworker laugh, and then we compared family meals and traditions.
Traditions are a good topic to continue the chat. Mention a dish or a holiday to keep the talk going.
I once shared a festival story, and someone invited me to try a new food. Simple sharing creates bridges.
Now, a small practice to show affection. Say, I love my family, or I respect my parents. Short and sincere.
I love my family.
I respect my parents.
Those sentences are short but very meaningful. They create warmth in conversation.
Now, a quick practice for asking about jobs. Say, what does your father do? Or, what does your sister do? That is a polite way to learn about work.
What does your father do?
What does your sister do?
I asked, what does your father do at a party? And someone explained their interesting job. It was a great conversation starter.
Now, a small guidance about phrasing if someone is older. You can say, he is elderly, or she is in her 80s. Be respectful and gentle.
I said she is elderly once, and the person appreciated the gentle tone.
The word elderly means older person in a respectful way. Short clarification by Emma.
Elderly, that helps when you speak about grandparents or older relatives politely.
Now, a humorous little anecdote from me. My uncle calls every holiday with a long story, and he always forgets the punchline.
I have an uncle like that who recites long jokes and forgets the end. It makes family time memorable.
Those little flaws make family real and lovable, and sharing them makes your language feel alive.
Hearing those stories makes me miss my family and want to call them after this lesson.
Now, a short reminder to practice these lines in real life. Try one short sentence with someone this week, like, I have a brother who works as a teacher.
I will try that, and I encourage listeners to do the same. Simple practice builds confidence.
Near the end, a final prompt for conversation online. Tell us about your family in the comments, and please share one short sentence. What is one job someone in your family has?
I will read comments and respond when I can. We love hearing your family stories from around the world.
Final short reminders. Be respectful, keep private details safe, and enjoy telling small stories about family.
I agree. Respect and safety make conversations friendly and secure.
Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this lesson. Share it with a friend who is learning English.
I confirm. Please like and subscribe and tell us your favorite family phrase in the comments.
Thank you, everyone, for practicing with us today. Keep your sentences short and your stories warm.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep practicing and have a wonderful day.